You're watching the interview section of Mijas International. Good afternoon. And the first guest today is Brian McDonnell, and he's the owner of the Barboru, and that sells Oko Kalahonda. They just last Saturday celebrated their first anniversary birthday, although the business opened 5 years ago in Los Jarales. And Brian's here to tell us about St Patrick's Day celebrations and also to talk to us about Mother's Day as well, UK Mother's Day, 15th of March. So I'm very pleased to welcome you to the
Hello,
programme.
Karen, how are you?
There. I'm fine, thank you. And you've recovered from your celebrations.
Oh, we have. I can't believe it was 1 year just like that.
Yes.
So fast.
Yeah.
But good, all good, yeah.
Yeah, it's
really
good.
Surprised that we've made it this far so quickly.
And reminding people, you have been in business for quite a few years here.
Well, in Spain, the original Barboru, or Baby Baru as I call it now, opened on the 10th of May 2010. And that was in Los Jarales, where McDonnell is based. And we were there until February of last year. And for various reasons, we wanted something a little bigger. We wanted a bigger terrace. And well,
fantastic views as well.
Don't wish for something because you might just get it. And we probably have the biggest terrace in Kalahonda now and certainly the best views.
Yeah, definitely.
They are fantastic.
Definitely.
We can see from the top of El Zoco, you can see Morocco. That's the little slogan
It's very
we
true,
use.
actually,
yes,
on a clear day.
a lot of the evenings we can see Morocco.
Yeah. Now, you are, a qualified chef. You had a delicatessen, an outdoor private catering company in Dublin.
Yes, I started off, after leaving school, I worked in the catering business for a year to see if it was what I really wanted to do. And then I went to Galway, to what was called the Galway RTC in the west coast of Ireland, now university status. And I did 3 years there, studying hotel and catering management and chefing, as we called it. And then I did my last year in Johnson & Wales University in Providence in Rhode Island in the United States. Came back and worked with various companies and hotels and things for a few years. And then in 1996, bit the bullet and went solo and opened my own delicatessen and takeaway sandwich deli shop. My experience in the States had given me an idea of what was going on there and what we'd like to do.
Yeah.
And that then in turn developed into an outdoor catering company, which...
Didn't you sort of like cater for some really great celebrities?
Quite by accident. We catered for a private house party once, and a lady said to me, "Oh, I have a business that I'd like you to quote some catering jobs for." And I didn't think it was any different to anything else, but we ended up catering for a photographic company who were basically the one-stop photograph place for any of the movies that were made in Ireland, album covers. So we catered for U2, Westlife, Boyzone, the King Arthur movie, let me think, Pierce Brosnan and Julianne Moore when they did The Laws of Attraction.
Wow.
I remember once getting a phone call at about 8 o'clock at night saying, VIP breakfast tomorrow morning,
wow.
6 a.m. on location, can't tell you who it is. And it turned out to be Pierce Brosnan and Julianne Moore for, as I mentioned, the Laws of Attraction. That was something I don't think I'll ever forget. 6 o'clock in the morning, you wander in bleary-eyed and suddenly James Bond is standing in front of you. So we've cooked breakfast for Mr. Bond.
Oh, that's something to say, isn't it?
It is indeed, yes. Dinner with Diana Ross and breakfast with James Bond.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
So what brought you, I mean, you're obviously very, very successful. What brought you to Spain?
We're here 10 years now, 10 years in April. What brought me? Oh, lots of things. We came for lots of holidays over the years, and I think I would probably go into a state of depression going back every time. I love it here so much, the weather, the climate.
Yeah.
I always sum it up that in Spain you live in colour. And
that's right.
Dublin, I love you, but we tend to live in black and white. It's a bit grey, yeah. And my partner is from South Africa. That was a little bit too far to move. We were together 4 years in Dublin, and it just seemed like the right thing to do. And Dublin, South Africa, Costa del Sol, Mijas is the perfect compromise.
Yeah.
And 10 years later, we have no regrets.
No,
really
definitely
love it.
not.
Really, really love it.
Yeah. And you've always got lots of different offers on at Barboru and entertainment.
I try.
Yeah.
We have entertainment. Well, it's just kicking off actually. Tonight we have Jade Williamson, the winner of the reality star competition. She's performing tonight, and well, we have 6 nights entertainment a week, and we like to try and do different things. We have an Irish and country night on a Wednesday. We have a lady called Lindsay Rose who sings with us at the weekends. Steve Summers does a Michael Bublé, Frank Sinatra kind of act. And we have 2 boys called the Rolling Steves who do a little bit of rock and roll there on Monday nights. So sometimes I have to think to myself, what day is it? Who is it? In fact, I've even checked our website myself to find out who's on that night because I've been a little bit trying to keep up with it. But I like to think that we have so many regular customers, it gets boring if it's the same thing over and over and over again. Yeah. So we like to try and give them a bit of variety and the best value we can at the same time.
At the same time. Now, you're sort of like treating mothers, aren't you, on Mother's Day, on
yes.
the 15th, and you've also got St. Patrick's Day celebration.
It's going to be a very busy week. Yeah, Mother's Day is on Sunday, of course. We have our Sunday lunch. And we're proud to say we are not increasing the prices. There is no cover charge for entertainment. It's still the same old $9.95, $11.95 or $13.95 for 3 courses. Jade, who I just mentioned earlier, is also performing this Sunday. Again, no cover charge for the entertainment. So that's Mother's Day. We have Monday to catch our breath, and then Tuesday is St. Patrick's Day. And if last year was anything to go by, it's going to be a very busy day indeed. In fact, one of the conversations we had earlier, you've just given me an idea for green pancakes. So we'll be doing breakfast on St. Patrick's Day, following through with lunch. We have the Irish sisters, the Tierney sisters, entertaining us from 4 o'clock in the afternoon on St. Patrick's Day. Genuine Irish article. And the entertainment carries on until the wee small hours when we're all too tired to go any longer.
Oh, fantastic.
So we'll have a few surprises thrown in as well.
Yeah, I can imagine. So we're covering the Mother's Day, which is the 15th, which is a Sunday, and the St. Patrick's Day. But we should also mention that you're part of the Made in Mijas tapas festival.
Oh, the tapas, yeah. Wow, what a surprise that is. We were quite surprised. We're on the go 5 years, and we'd never been involved in it. And it was something that I hadn't given much thought to be honest with you. But for whatever reason, we were approached this year, and I thought, well, why not? But I wanted to do an Irish twist on it. So you can see the picture there. We've done beef in Guinness with boiled potatoes. You can't get more Irish than that.
No.
And we'll have that on St. Patrick's Day because, of course, it falls in with the tapas tour. I am amazed at how many people are following the trail. It's wonderful with the map, and we stamp them that they've been there. And there's also the opportunity for people to vote for their favourite tapas, and then they can win €50 meal vouchers and things like that. It's really an innovative idea. I have to say, I'm very impressed.
Yeah, oh, that's good. It brings lots of
new customers.
Yes.
So many people are coming up the stairs to us in El Zacco and saying, well, we'd heard about you, but we haven't been here, but it's on the map, and they're following through. And it's a really, really good idea. And anything that gets new business in the door, any restaurateur will tell you in these days, especially after the winter, we all know it gets a little bit quieter at this time of year. So you do what you can to keep your customers happy and, more importantly, keep them coming back.
Exactly. And lastly, just interested, is there any significance behind the name Boru? It's Barboru.
Oh, I was wondering when I'd be asked that. Brian, my name was fairly common in the 60s when I was born, and I know you find that hard to believe. But the reason is, the day I started school, there were 5 Brians in my class. And the teacher said, well, we can't be having this, it's far too much confusion. So what happened was she gave each of us a name, Brian Rua, Brian Mack, whatever, and I became Brian Barboru. The Brian fell off, and all the way through school, I was known as Barboru. So when I was opening the restaurant, I wanted a name that the Irish would twig it, but it wouldn't be too difficult for any of the nationality to say. And over a couple of bottles of wine one night, Barboru was born.
Oh, lovely.
And now, almost 6 years later, Barboru is still going strong, and hopefully will do for a long time to come.
I'm sure it will, with all your wonderful ideas that you come up with and offers. So
Thank you, Karen.
It will. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thanks very much. And
Barboru is still going strong, and hopefully will do for a long time to come.
I'm sure it will, with all your wonderful ideas that you come up with and offers. So
Thank you, Karen.
It will. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thanks very much. And